When did you start? When did M notice you?
I think, honestly, if I'm being real, let me just take a moment and just shout out Eminem, shout out Marshall, because he was, man, like, bro, the first song that I ever memorized was Forgot About Dre. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the list. It's a bunch of deprivation. Motherfuckers that like they forgot about Dre. Like that, to me, my sister Jeannie, I remember it was on cassette. That's how old I am. And I used to. That's how old I am to the new generation. She would record it from the radio on side A, and then duplicate it so that both side A and B had nothing but Forgot About Dre on it. So for all these years later, to meet Eminem, and let me tell you the story. So I already know M's known about me probably since my first album came out. He knows about everybody, probably even before then. Like Eminem knows every rapper ever with some kind of relevance. Even if you think you're not on his radar, he's studying you and he's watching you and he's ready to take your ass out at any moment. Like he's like Eminem,
Savant assassin.
Savassin.
Yeah, for real.
and I remember I had this song called Homicide, and I rapped on it. And this is when Paul, his manager, was the president of Def Jam. And so I was like, well, I got this song. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? And we sent it off.
Are you on Def Jam?
No, I left Def Jam. I was on Def Jam for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I kept the lights on over there myself. And it was dope. And there was a really good regime of people. And a lot of it was musical chairs. And some people left and some people stayed. And some people were fuck boys. You know who you are. Y'all were lame as fuck. And some of you were amazing. And you changed my life. And I thank you for that. And
Shots fired. Okay.
And so, no, they all know who they are.
Okay.
And so, the real ones and the phonies. And so I got the song M, and then I heard that he liked it. And I remember when I made it, there was no pressure. Because the rap is like, fuck rap, busting like an addict with a semi-automatic who'da had it and he ready for anybody to buck back. Hold on, catch a vibe, ain't no way how we leaving nobody alive, even suicide, no fuck that. Bobby feeling villainous, he killing us. I'm coming for your man and his lady, and even a baby. I'm feeling like I'm chicka, Slim Shady with rabies. I'm foaming at the mouth, ain't nobody taking me out. Every single rapper in the industry, yeah, they know what I'm about, and I dare you to test me. Not a single one of you motherfuckers impress me, and maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm full of innovation. I'm tired. All of this high school, he's cool, he's not rap shit. Can a single one of you motherfuckers even rap shit? No, this ain't a diss to the game. This is like, yeah, this is like... That was a fun one.
Bro, you didn't even warm up.
Yeah, I didn't.
Bro.
But that was a fun one, and then I sent it to him. And because it goes, when it goes in the hook, it goes in the hook again. Fuck rap. Wasn't like it. And it goes, chicka.
Yeah.
Slim Shady. And I said that. And then I remember, I was like, if M ever got on this song, it would be perfect because I feel like he could come in on the chicka, and he would say, chicka. And I got a call that he was really into it. And I was like, oh, okay, amazing. But he didn't do it, and I was like, oh, whatever. Like, the fact that he was even into it. And then a couple weeks later, I got another call that they wanted me to be direct support and open for him just before he went on in a fucking stadium in Hawaii. So he flies me and my whole crew. I don't know if I've told this story. Flies me and my whole crew to Hawaii.
Okay.
Breaking news. And I'm in this fucking stadium, and I'm going to get to meet him, and I'm, like, so excited. And so I go. I'm freaking out. My
What year is
all
this?
red. Bro, this is 2019.
Okay.
So I'm hype. I'm excited. We go. Or was it 2018? No, it was 2019. And so we go. Alchemist is there. First of all, shout out Alchemist, one of the illest producers of all time.
Yeah.
Alchemist is there. Royce the 5'9" is there. A couple different homies. And then M walks out with this beard. And I was like, oh my God, it's Eminem. What the fuck? And I dap him up. And it wasn't awkward. You know where sometimes you get those awkward daps and like nobody talks about it and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I dap him up, man, and it was just
like a
so,
dorp.
It was so dope. And then we just start talking. He is the biggest fucking rap nerd of all time. He knows everything about rap. He's so in love with hip hop. Like, it was just so crazy. And we're talking, and I'm like, am I being weird? And he's like, no, man, you're good. I'm like, are you sure, man? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm fucking nervous. Like me, I'm such a heart on my sleeve guy. I don't give a fuck. Like, and I'm like, are you sure I'm not being weird? He's like, no, man, you're not being weird. You're cool. And we're talking, and it's like Craig and Friday, where it's like, I still look high. Like, I'm like, for real. I'm like, am I being weird now? He's like, no.
you kept
good. And I was
you
like,
kept checking
okay.
in.
Okay.
You were third eye in
and
the
then
conversation.
I was like, am I being weird now? And he was like, now you're being fucking weird, man. Like, he was like, chill. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. It's just, you're my idol. Oh, my God. So then he's like, yo, I want to play you something. I'm like, okay. This motherfucker gets a CD. I'm like, okay.
Keep it 90s.
Blank CD. Puts it in this giant CD player. Hits play. And he plays his verse on my song. And I couldn't fucking believe it. Because in my mind, I was kind of like, oh, like, excuse me. I was like, oh, like, well, whatever. Like, he said he would do the song, but he didn't. And we're here at the show. I could give a fuck. I'm just happy to meet the man, And so he plays it for me. He actually did it. And I heard it for the first time. And I was just like in shock. And then I remember on my way out, after being weird, no, I'm just kidding, I gave him a hug. I dapped him up. I gave him a hug. And I said, hey, man, it'd be really cool, like, if I could actually have that verse, though. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, but, like, if it actually was on the album, it would mean a lot to me. And he was like, bro, it's going to be on the album. What are you talking about? I was like, but, like, really, though? Like, I was like, my dad said he was going to pick me up a lot when I was a kid, and I just got stuck out on the curb all day. Like, you know what I mean? And he was like, you got it. And I just couldn't believe it. He was like, now you're being weird. No, I'm just kidding. He was like, there you go. And then like 2 days later, I got the vocals, and then I like put the vocals in the Pro Tools session, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's me and Eminem. And the best part that I love about it, and I'll go to the grave, wow, me and him are like this on that record. Like like he'll son motherfuckers, and I really feel like I held my own. And I feel like he didn't try to outdo me, and I didn't try to go back in afterwards. I just let it be what it was. I did what I did. He did what he did, and I think we both killed it respectfully in our own rights. I mean, he's the GOAT. It just is what it is. But it's like, that was something, bro. That was an amazing moment in my life.
Dude, there's so much you're dropping on me right now. I gotta just let this wash over me. Bro, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a dream come true. But I mean,
what a beautiful soul.
Having all of Wu-Tang on a record to, I mean, all my idols that I met, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, Black Thought, The Roots, Chuck D, Public Enemy. I got a record with Chuck D, meeting Flavor Flav. I remember I met Flavor Flav, and what did he say to me? He was like, man, you're so dope. You're like Mac Miller. And I was like, yeah, if Mac Miller had a black dad. He said, what? I said, yeah, if Mac Miller had a black dad. He goes, you're black? I go, yeah, my dad's black. He goes, word? And he goes, brother. And he daps me up. And he's like, I didn't even know. Meanwhile, like, Wiz Khalifa's performing. This was on my last tour with Wiz. But I've noticed that the OGs and the real ones, they love Logic, man. They love me, and they accept me for me. And it's just, I love it, man. And I think the more that you're you unapologetically, like, first of all, being yourself is the hardest thing you can do. And I've really realized that. Like, there's this DJ, his name's DJ Who Kid. Mm-hmm. And he's like a G.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Who
he's like
man.
On some G shit. Like, he's like, you don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah.
And I'll do his show, and I'll be like, yes, queen, what's up? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you got to really be you. I used to be scared to, damn, every time
you like to act out.
I not even act out. I just like, but I've also noticed some people don't get the bit.
You're just having fun. You're playing a character.
Exactly. Though. Yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like it's funny, but some people don't get it. But fuck them. Like, whoever doesn't get it doesn't matter.
So you're saying you did that on Who Kid and he didn't get
No,
that?
he thought it was hilarious.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
He was like, hey, man, you better chill with that. Like, and I think it's funny because I'm like, motherfuckers, they'll be like, hey, man, pause. I'm like, no, press play, continue, fast forward.
You're like, yo, this is your, what's Nicki Minaj's other character? What's her character called?
I don't know.
Sasha Fierce is Beyonce, Nicki.
Oh, yeah.
This is like another.
Alter ego.
Yeah, you got alter ego.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
Bro.
It's funny. But
bro, the Eminem story, this is insane. That's what a beautiful thing. He put verses on for you.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, he's just amazing. And the fact that the dude's like almost 50 or something, like, and he's still killing it, like, in rap. But it's also funny because I've seen rap like shit all over Eminem. Like, I've seen them be like, he's corny. Like, there was a time in 2019 when it was like a thing to make fun of me, Chance the Rapper, and Eminem. Like, it was just a meme. Like, it was just like, Like when me and Eminem's song came out, people called us tryhards because we were rapping so well. I swear to God. They were like, this try hard. They're just trying to rap lyrical smirical. They're really trying. And I'm just like, is that really where we are? Where motherfuckers who actually rap and are rapping and like being very clear and all this other shit are like, that's not cool.
Rapping at a supersonic speed, but I can hear every word.
For sure. I talked to
which is insane.
I talked to what the fuck? Why can't Funk Master Flex about that. And he goes, you know why they call you a tryhard? I said, why? He goes, because they tried hard and couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. But yeah, that's a. I think I talk about these things because adversity is so important. You know what I mean? It's like really important to know that we all go through stuff and we have things said about us. And I just used to be so scared that I would never talk about it. Because I was like, I don't want people to know they're affecting me or da-da-da. And now the fact that I'm so open about these things is like, it doesn't affect me. It's like actually a really incredible talking point to talk about one's will to overcome, one's will to be themselves as much as they possibly can. And I think that's really important. But with that being said, yeah, the entertainment as a whole is wild because it's not even like, oh shit, somebody's writing about you in Source magazine and they gave your album 1 mic out of 5 and like they're shitting on you. It's like that's easy to deal with. What's crazy nowadays is truly the internet. Like you could cure cancer and somebody be like mad at you.
But you didn't cure AIDS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's wild. But that's where we just gotta accept. It's okay. It is what it is. I'll just cure cancer. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, people are always going to find umbrage with something.